Hello everyone, my name is Kaizo Rikodo and welcome to Let's Play Path to Nowhere, Chapter 13, and also my first live stream by the way. Yay! So I'm trying like a new stuff. Yeah, I mean, if it's going smoothly, I'm probably gonna start live streaming the gameplay instead of the usual doing the off-screen recording, you know, because I think it will be more fun that way. But well, if there is no obstacle in between, so yeah. But anyway, it's not about me here, so we know why we are here, right, Anji?
Rise and shine, handsome. Skipping work today?
Yeah, so finally, how long has it been? 6 months, 7 months, or 8 months since the last main story chapter. It has been so long, and after they finally get the trailer out and then just say that this is the final chapter at the very least for the syndicate arc, to be honest, I'm expecting something really huge. I'm expecting, I don't know, plot twists. I'm expecting lordom. I don't know, some surprises. Okay, right? How big is it? I'm going to expect the writing of, I don't know, the level of Flora Unfurl or anniversary event to be real. That is why I think I know you should be sweating this time because I don't want to be disappointed. All right. So you know what? I'm not going to assume that everyone that's going to hop in this live stream or anyone that watch later is actually know anything about Path to Nowhere. So I'm gonna take the liberty, hopefully not take too long, to recap of what is going on, just to fill in and also considered as a memory refresher for me. Right? Okay. So in order to do that, I'm just gonna go to, let's see, just go to the archive here. I'm just gonna go to the archive and just gonna use the picture because it's just visually stunning for the every single art in the Path to Nowhere, and you probably can see what's happened. So I'm not gonna recap since chapter 1. No. I'm just gonna recap the ending of the last chapter, which is the chapter 12 or chapter 11 basically, but basically just the ending. Okay, so starting with, of course, the main character. Wait, this one is chapter 1. No. Starting with the main character, which is us, or should I say the chief, right? So what happened to the chief at the last chapter? So chief has fallen into coma. Yeah, that very simple. Chief has fell into a coma, and then when he finally fell into a coma, now I'm gonna refer him as he because my chief is basically male, so if you're playing female, you're cool. But basically, after Chief fall into a coma, I think we got this sort of epidemic where basically every single person who touched Chief, they become a sinner. Yeah, let me say that. Yeah, this person here, every single person that touched the chief, they basically become a sinner. Now here's the thing, I don't really like all these sinners, so I don't want to admit them as a sinner because like the sinner that we know is usually have to go through some ordeal in order to gain their ability, but this sinner is just kind of like get a shortcut. You touch chief and you suddenly got the superpower. Nah, I'm not gonna accept that, so I'm just gonna call this sinner like the wannabe sinners. They don't deserve it. They don't have the struggle. Okay, so these wannabe sinners basically like the one that create chaos at the end of chapter 12. Yeah, chief fell into coma, and every single person who touched the chief basically become a wannabe sinner. Right, and then we got our two loyal companion, which is Hecate here, the girl here, and Hela. Right, so what happened to Hecate here is I think since chapter 10 she's going through mental breakdown. Not exactly mental breakdown, like going through like this breakdown because she failed to protect Chief at the end of chapter 10, and it's been going on through chapter 11, chapter 12. She felt useless. She felt she neared her expiry date. She basically like so worried because of that, to the point that at the end of chapter 12 she did something reckless, like She worried about Chief too much that she rushed to danger to the point that she left Hela alone to face against like this bunch of wannabe sinners alone. And of course Hela is lost, but luckily Hela was saved by Dawn, which is the dude that at the beginning of the screen. But she's heavily injured to the point that her regeneration ability can't keep up with her injury, and I think it put Hecate to more even state of shock at that time, right? So that's what happened to our two loyal companion. And then we got Crush, the girl over here. I think her motivation on the last chapter is what's her motivation on the last chapter? I completely forgot. I think hello there, the one that just come. What's her motivation? I forgot. So I think she made promise with Hela and Hecate to bring back Chief. Well, here's the thing. I think Hela and Hecate doesn't know that Chief is falling into a coma, and then Crush find out that there's a rumor that the Chief is dead, right? But so she kind of investigate because she make promise with Hela and Hecate, and she like infiltrate the base of this wannabe sinner and found the Chief body, but she got caught, and she have to fight against a bunch of these wannabe sinners. And I think it was a losing battle for her until her former teacher Raven, I'm just gonna show you Raven. Where's Raven? Raven is this one. Raven come to help her. Okay, this is Raven. So she come to help Crush and to make room for her escape. And you know what happened? Crush actually managed to escape here. She managed to escape, she's fine, but at the cost of Raven's life. She kind of like, I don't know, sacrificed herself, and I don't know, maybe died. But of course, that is what Crush thinks, because we know that Raven is not dead because she's a playable character, and every single playable character basically, canonically at some point will be arrested. But Crush is, I think Crush assumed that Raven was dead because fun fact though, like if you have Raven and you deploy Raven, if you have Raven and you deploy Raven, her quote is basically who put the glass and roses on my grave? So that's assuming that there's someone, perhaps I'm guessing it's probably Crush or her former student, make a grave for Raven because they thought that she's dead. But of course she's not dead, and we will find out how she survived. And then last but not least, the only non-playable character on this one, which is Julian. You can't really see his face in here. Just in case you don't know what his face looks like, where's Julian? I think chapter 9. Okay, so we have Julian, I would say the leader of, will it be correct to call it a rebel group? Will it be correct to call it a rebel group? It's like a rebel group called Rust Fire. Basically, it was made to bring back glory to Syndicate. I could be wrong. Just feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not really a lore master, but I'm trying my best. Okay, so yeah, so Julian, he's a leader of that rebel group called Rustfire. However, because of the situation with the Syndicate, where every single syndicate, what do you call the Syndicate person? Every single person on the Syndicate who touched Chief become a sinner, it actually caused more chaos on the Syndicate to the point that he's just very, very shocked, I would say. And at some point he meets this monster, and then he got consumed or merged or fusion, whatever you want to call it. It's basically like Zoya kind of situation. They consume with this corpus and triggering the new Black Ring 002. Yeah, and that is the cliffhanger at the end, right? So what we are expecting from this chapter is probably, number one, we are going to, well, Chief is gonna wake up. Hopefully Chief gonna wake up, and probably gonna stop Black Ring 002 also. Yeah, probably she gonna, yeah. Basically that. Okay, so who died? I'm not sure. No one's died. I don't think no one's died. Yeah, so far no one's died. to put simply, no one's died. I just presumably died. Okay, right, cool. Also, just a little bit more addition, because this is something that the information that you got from Shalom interrogation or anniversary event. Basically, when the chief fall into a coma, I mentioned just now that the chief was being held by these people here, the sinner, the wannabe sinner. However, by the time you got to the anniversary event, or if you read the Shalom interrogation, the chief body is actually retrieved by this guy. So basically, this guy has been protecting the chief body all this time. So yeah, looking forward to good guy Don here, and I really love this guy. He's just so cool, right? So with that said, now you got the idea of what happened. So I just want to hype things up again for everyone that probably doesn't know what Path to Nowhere is. So I'm just gonna play the trailer one more time, then you can just listen to how bangers the song is. I don't know if I'm gonna get copyrighted or not, but well, whatever. I just want to hype things up. Well, yeah, so please enjoy, and then after that, you know, be ready, because good show about to start.
I just want to know who arranged such a fate for us.
Rise and shine, handsome. Skipping work today?
Oh, that's timing is really good. Right, so let's go. I'm hyped. By the way, please do not if you already play, please do not spoiler, because also one more thing, because I only have one screen, so I probably can't check when the gameplay is currently going. I can't really check the chat very quickly. So yeah, and we start with a maze apparently. Ooh, right. Wait, am I? Is it a story mode? Nah, I'm going to do the normal way. I'm gonna do the normal way. Okay, let's do this. Oh, we start with a puzzle. Come on.
There. It's normal to get scared.
Oh, where is this place? A muffled sound wakes you up. You squint open your eyes. A white haze fills your vision, like shattered, lost memories. The flickering after image reveals a small bedroom. A child is also awakened by the sound. He opens his eyes and struggles to sit up. He moves his leg to the edge of the bed, then stops. Those legs are too thin to let him stand or walk. The boy looks around and spots a pair of crutches on the floor next to the bedside table. He leans over and extends his arms, but can't reach his target no matter how hard he tries. He is trapped on the small bed. I hope puzzle's not difficult. Not my virtue, by the way. Beside the bed, a pair of crutches lay fallen next to a cabinet. They were seemingly within each reach of the boy, but for some reason, they had tumbled out of his. Oh, grabs, landing just out of his reach. Pick up the crutch for the boy. Again, give the crutch. I'm gonna speed up this part here and observe. The boy's eyes move vacantly. He walks through your semi-transparent body and toward the exit. Oh, we're going back now. Following his footsteps, the hallway outside gradually comes into view. Something there is attracting him. With every step he takes, this hollow space gradually expands. The boy walks out of his bedroom to the living room and unlocks a laptop. Between the many desktop files, a new email notification appears. Subject: Happy Birthday. The boy hesitates for a moment, just as he is about to open the email. Splat! Something hard flies in and hits the body's forehead, drawing blood. He immediately grabs the laptop and hides under the table, wiping the blood from his forehead. He looks toward the source of the attack. Oh, don't like that. The window is open. Through the fog, you vaguely see the familiar syndicate streets outside. Several adult gangsters menacingly wave long sticks at the people in the house, shouting the boy's father's name. Hey, wait, no, oh, it's a maze. I don't think they have voice acting in this one. Hey, big engineer, we heard that Nirvana gave out a staff bonus again. You got quite a lot, didn't ya? You and your neighbor are short on cash. Why don't you lend a hand? Stop pretending you're not home. We saw your son and just greeted him with a slingshot. If you don't come out next time, it will be a gun to his head. Ooh, syndicate. Clutching the laptop, the boy moves slowly under the table. He's much smaller than a typical 11 years old, making the journey exceptionally difficult. When he finally reaches a switch in the corner, he glances at where the gangsters roughly are outside the window, then flicks the switch with a click. A high-pressure water gun violently gushes at the gangster, making them howl hysterically. Then the window slams shut, blocking out their curses. Now he can finally read the email in peace. View the email. Wait, are we the child? Oh, Julian. Oh, we are on the Julian consciousness? Is that what happened here? Happy 11th birthday, Julian. Time has really flown by. Daddy has been inside for 7 months already, eh? Everything's fine. The sky here is so blue and resources are plentiful. There are never any water shortages and there are many cool video games. The neighbors are friendly and everyone greets each other with a smile. Mania seems as distant as the dark fairy tale. There are good schools and a large library near our home. You will definitely like it. Why you don't bring it the first time though? I found a new home, Julian. You should come to his side too. We can live together, just the two of us if you don't want a new mommy. Most importantly, you can't stay in Syndicate anymore. It won't return to what it once was. It won't get any better. You're smart enough to see the changes around you. Your talent won't be appreciated. Instead, your body and humility will cause you to be trampled underfoot. I've managed to seize this hard-won chance. Even if you don't forgive me, even if you still love that old home, for your own safety and future, you. The boy doesn't read any further and abruptly closes the laptop. At the same time, the door of the house gets pounded violently and loud curses shake the entire room. The gangsters have come to the door, but the boy doesn't make any move this time. He throws the laptop aside and covers his ears. His body is trembling and won't respond to your touch. You can You can interfere with this world, but you can't touch the young Julian. This world is very strange. The main door that is getting hammered seems to be the only way out. You come to the only exit. The reinforced iron door is being violently pounded. The profane cursing and gunshot grind on your nerves. There's a gun by the door. You grab the gun, open the door, and prepare for battle. Oh! Yet the second before you open the door...
Hey, little genius got bullied again? Oh, no worries. I just dropped some explosive justice on them. Want to come out and see how funky their hair looks now?
Hey, that's the young Donald! Oh, God, she looks good! God damn!
Alright. Actually, I came to ask for your help. Margaret asked me to do the accounting for the restaurant. I took one look at all those numbers and got dizzy. I'm scared of making a mistake and getting beaten.
Oh, by the way, if you can't hear it, just let me know with the volume and everything. I'm gonna fix it.
You've got a good brain. Can you teach me? Let's help each other.
As you try to recognize this voice, you hear clumsy yet joyful footsteps behind you. The boy stumbles over, and for the first time, you see a smile on his face.
Sure thing.
Where are we? He pushes the door with great effort and light engulfs you. Standing outside the door is a somewhat familiar figure. Oh, I see this silhouette before on chapter 9 and chapter 10.
It's just the natural order.
Oh, so that was Donald. Okay, I see.
I will provide fire support for the team.
We are starting with Julian backstory apparently. Since November 10, NF113. So November 10, I think she fell into a coma around March. Was it? I think, yeah. So how many months since that? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. So 8 months since the chief fell into a coma. An unusual surge of activity has been detected in BR002. The 9 agency has confirmed that it is the work of the underground. The underground shepherd is on the move, and their target is undoubtedly BR002. The largest and most powerful secondary black ring at present, Paradisos, also has its attention on it. Ever since the observation of BR002 field was lost, we have been unable to track the enemy. Their camouflage sorcery might have advanced further. The risk has expanded to an intolerable extent. We can't let the enemy achieve their goal, or we won't be able to prevent the subsequent disasters. This will be the first direct confrontation in nearly 30 years. Paradisian forces will initiate limited intervention. The joint operation plan has been issued to all departments. Be prepared. We must win by any means and at all costs.
The analysis report has been distributed. As you can see, our work in West District is impressive.
Yeah, his name was Donald. The blonde guy, I guess?
Since the campaign in August, the FAC's BR002 defense line has been further reinforced. The Black Ring is now well under control. No large-scale contamination leakage has occurred in the past 3 months. And the wandering corruptors in West District have been promptly cleaned up. The 9th Agency's operations have also achieved significant results. BR002 is the most effective bait, and the battles around it have successfully lured out numerous anti-city state forces. These underground fanatics who have been lurking and harming West District for years have been consecutively exposed and captured. And none of this could have been achieved without the West District Reconstruction Executive Committee's full support. We suppressed the March riots, destroyed the remnants of Rustfire, stabilized the order of West District, and received high recognition from Paradisos. We've performed our governing functions well and received universal respect. Soon we'll be able to
Wait, if they destroy the remnant of Frostfire, does it mean Taran is alright? I wonder. Because I don't see did Taran in the trailer? A snicker escapes the audience and the spokesperson is instantly humiliated. His already flushed face is now almost purple. He glares angrily in the direction of the sound, and the first person he sees is Sergeant Matilda Cavendish strike back in her seat. Oh boy, she's here. The Nightingale of Donald. God damn, she's gorgeous. In the spiritless hall, she's the only person sitting upright and looking serious. She stands out as the sole watcher taking this embarrassing farce seriously. But the spokesperson doesn't appreciate the respect. All he sees in her mirror-clear eyes is his own incompetence. He's annoyed and needs to take it out on someone.
Among all areas of work, the only lackluster part is the census and population management.
Oh.
A large number of West District refugees are evading registration and refusing to accept resettlement by the Executive Committee. Instead, they collude with each other while wandering in the contaminated areas and even engage in hypercube smuggling. Would you care to explain, Sergeant Matilda? This is your department's job. Since your eccentric superior is not here, we shall hear from you instead.
It's exactly what Nightingale do. Always cover for us and while we just wandering around somewhere.
That is indeed our job, sir, and I'm glad it's getting your attention. Here is a report about this task and my superior, which I would like you to review.
Yeah, now I start to feel bad with Nightingale. I'm so sorry. She connects her device to conference system. Soon, a shocking field photo emerges on the big screen, making everyone gasp. It's the last image captured by a damaged security camera. A female Rustfire thug with blue braid is grimacing and flipping her middle finger at the camera. It's Corso, isn't it? Her middle finger at the camera overbearingly, her other hand gripping her prey, a male executive officer being tortured. It's Corso. It's Corso. The poor executive officer's sunglasses are shattered and his eyes are unfocused. His body is twisted in his disheveled clothes, and his face is covered in insulting patterns painted with blood, under which lies a contorted expression of horror. Wait, is this supposed to be Donald? The camera quickly moved to some ludicrous graffiti on the wall, but what was shown has already traumatized the executive officers. The thought that they could be the next victim make the attendees restless. They are all whispering now, angry, anxious, and terrified. Wait, if this is Donald, so are you saying that Donald is playing captive like Chief did, like pretending being kidnapped or something?
The executive officer who was attacked is my direct superior,
this?
Donald. 3 weeks ago, Mr. Donald disappeared while on patrol.
Oh my
This
God.
is the last clue we found. No doubt a threat and provocation from the other side.
Well, now we found a similarity between Chief and Donald. We both love getting kidnapped.
The violent attacks by the radicals and the non-violent resistance of ordinary people all point to one single reason. Although we have calmed down the Rustfire riots, people's anger remains unresolved. They do not trust the city-state and blame West District's misfortunes on us.
This is pure scaremongering. We are governing West District perfectly.
The spokesperson angrily slaps the desk and interrupts Matilda. The hall falls to silence for a few seconds.
You're right, sir.
She turns off the report screen and resumes her poised sitting posture, as if she was never said anything or exposed any scandal.
What a gutsy thing to say. Of course she's the daughter of the Cavendish family. We risk our lives every day while she's just here to polish her resume and kill time.
Ooh.
Well, if her family had any hope in her, they wouldn't have thrown her to this hellhole and assigned her that figurehead loony superior. I say she's just an outcast in the Cavendish family.
The words are blatantly harsh, but Matilda never reacts to them anyway. She stares at the podium like a stone, and the spokesperson on the stage finally regains his manner.
I feel sorry for Donald, but your superior is notoriously prone to getting into trouble. If he had followed the executive committee's guidelines, he would never have ended up like this. Paradisos has issued new instructions to all departments. Another large-scale joint operation concerning BR-002 will be launched within 2 weeks. The battle against the Underground's mania forces has entered a critical stage, and the Executive Committee has also received important tasks. The remaining population in West District must complete the registration for systematic governance and resettlement. All who do not comply are suspected of rebellion. Find and destroy their organizations. If the operation is successful, you can all return to East Side.
Huh?
Sergeant Matilda, you will perform field duties in your missing superior's place. You can do it, can't you?
A few sneers echo in the hall with brazen surprise and schadenfreude? I don't know how to spell that one. After all, who would willingly undertake field duties during this time? As said in Matilda's report, it's a gamble on your life.
Copy that, sir. I'll get right to it.
She gets up and leaves the meeting room, ignoring the harsh mockery along the way.
Serves the Nepo baby right.
Oh yeah, at least she dared to go to the field. What about you? Matilda Cavendish became a clerk for the executive committee in NF-112. She is rigid, solitary, and inflexible and lacks political acumen. The only reason she's still here is because people fear her family and her own, who is expected to be elected the future speaker of the East Side City Council. However, the Cavendish family has not taken her back to safety since the West District uprising 6 months ago. People gradually realize that Matilda is more of an outcast than a promising Cavendish who's placed here to enrich her resume. Perhaps even her family hopes she will die quietly on the battlefield in the exchange for a glamorous Medal of Honor. What's wrong with East Side parents? I mean, like, we already have things with our real parents, and then we got this Cavendish. What they're all of them are just bad parents. Oh, here we go. I'm so glad that Corso is get a more role on this one, because I was so shocked on chapter 11 and 12 that she only got one line. That was so funny. Like, what? That's it? You only say one line and you disappear? So, worries always come true. On a Syndicant street, a blue-haired Rustfire sinner smashed off a robot guard with a club, looking down at the terrified executive officer smugly.
No! We didn't do anything! We were just doing our job! Please don't kill me, please!
Hey, I've warned ya! Why are you still wandering around the streets? Are all executive officers so dedicated to their job? I'm fucking tearing up.
Yeah, no censorship, let's go.
I've been quite bored recently. Line up and take turns to be my punching bag. Oh, don't run!
The armed executive officer flee in panic, leaving only Matilda in the patrol to protect the clerical officer behind her.
That's a Rustfire Sinner A-class. With my gear, I can take her on alone and buy us some time. I'll hold her off. You guys go find reinforcements.
Sinners versus sinners, let's go.
There's more than one sinner!
Oh, we know who it is. In the middle of the dilapidated street, an incongruous figure emerges. Through frail and thin, she radiates a sinister aura. The shrieking mania alarm and the black mist roaring under her cloak reveal the girl's identity. Matilda clearly sees the twisted nightmare rising behind the girl. The highly contaminated environment caused severe signal interference, so the real-time images cannot be transmitted. She calmly types the final telegram in the designated anti-mania channel.
To HQ, Matilda's patrol was attacked by an unknown sinner. Enemies highly aggressive. Please send reinforcements. Please
Let's
send
go.
reinforcements.
Our baby. The moment she finished typing this word, the wall covering her is crushed by Nightmare's roar. Whoa, I think she's stronger now. Okay, finally. Let's see. Where's Hecate? I got so many seeds. I don't know where are they at this point. I'm gonna you know what? I'm not gonna go all out at the very beginning. I'm not gonna use
So, you need me to show off my
Shalom
skills again?
there. I think just overkill.
Okay, I'll be serious this time.
So I'm gonna go easy for it, and then when it's getting harder, I'm gonna start using more people. Nox is free though. Nox is free, so everyone has Nox. Supposed to be. So I think it's fair. Where's Matilda? I think I raised Matilda already. There you go. There you go.
Please don't issue commands that may place you at
I would
risk.
say 1, 2, 3, 4,
Regardless of
5.
the outcome, we must
more
prioritize
is-
your personal safety.
Share, I guess. This is pretty annoying.
Gonna turn blind.
Okay, that is not good.
Still
There
wanna
are
go
two
like
here.
this?
I think it's better to bring another one. EMP maybe? I'm gonna switch you because I want to range this part here. Nox is just handle this one. Donald maybe help. Hecate here. And maybe Ariel. Okay, I think good. I'll be damned if we gonna find like fire batter. Fire batter is here. Oh, I forgot to change the crime brand. God damn it. It's gonna be like super slow here. Oh, we need help. There you go.
Death is your only destination.
Alright, okay. So far so good. Oh, what's this guy name? Is the yoga guy.
You forced me to do this. You got me too close.
Suppressing
Die.
fire.
Don't, no. I can't do it from there. God damn.
You forced me to do this.
Block it. Oh, wait a minute. I bring Ariel in this one. There you go. That's pretty lucky actually.
You forced me to do this.
Maybe I should increase the speed to the number 2. You know what? Oh, there's a chain! What? Whoa, the animation is cool actually. God damn. They actually step up the animation. I really love it. Oh, done! Ah, god damn it, I'm too late.
Suppressing fire.
Did I miss?
You
No, could you just help? So actually just send EMP.
You forced me to do this.
There you go.
Is your only destination.
Yo, stop running, mate. Where are you going?
Forced me to do this.
Oh, lucky he stopped there. Stupid. You almost have a chance to steal a sun from me and you stopped just to summon Snake. Why though? Yeah, I think that's the yoga guy, isn't it? I forgot his name. I really like him because he helped us. I don't know. I think he helped us some way. And he worried about us. Everything stops. Corso looks around the ruin shrouded in smoke, and beside her so-called companion, there's no more living prey she can fiddle with.
You scared away my hard-won toys. What am I supposed to do now?
Ooh. Her question is ignored. Nightmare struggles a bit as it leaves Matilda, who is slumped to the ground. Matilda lost? Well, it's 2 against 1, so again, it makes sense. The battle wasn't tough, but the faint black spikes appearing on Hecate's body are burdening her. Ever since Chief disappeared in March, the shackles have been backfired by the mania of Corp 002. Every time she uses her power, it results in severe contamination. Hecate doesn't care though. She prefers to believe that the shackles present proof that Chief is still alive. But that doesn't cheer her up at all. The girl now wears a gloomy face, turning around to live with her captive.
The mission's objective is achieved. Let's return immediately. Once the executive committee's reinforcements arrive, it'll waste more of our time.
Will they send reinforcements? If so, I'd rather stay. I haven't had a good fight in a while, and I'm itching for one. Why are you glaring at me? If you want to take their place, that's fine too. It'll help me blow off some steam. Just joking. I have no interest in hassling someone who's frail like you. When the day comes that your chief dies and the shackles break, you'll be able to fight with all your strength. I'll come looking for you then.
Corso reaches out to ruffle the young girl's hair, but Hecate swats her hand away. Her cloak loosens a bit, revealing her furious eyes.
I can kill you right now.
Ooh.
You Rustfire scum.
Yo, can you see Hecate ever act so hostile like this before? Damn, people change. What happened to you? As if seizing that brief moment, a metallic spear suddenly shoots out of the rubble with a clamor. The camera flashes as it quickly flees the site. Huh?
Oh, it's the executive committee's security camera. Did it capture our heroic deeds just now?
Hecate anxiously tries to chase after it, but Nightmare hasn't recovered enough to make precise quick attack, and at the very moment, bang, a gunshot, and the fleeting security camera is immediately hit, exploding into a tiny firework. So it's Matilda, is it? The one firing the shot is Matilda. She was just thrown on the ground by Nightmare and has somehow grabbed a gun and fired that bullseye shot.
Whoosh! Oh, what a shot! Next time you should join me for some fun, eh, Miss Carabanda?
Who's
My last
Scarlet?
name is Cavendish. When we get back to the base, I can train with you. But you must promise not to provoke your teammates or cause trouble during missions anymore.
Ooh, she playing the double agent. She dusts herself off and stands up, then lifts her hand to help Hecate pull on her hood, covering the girl's too pale face.
You shouldn't have come, Hecate. I can handle Corso, and the MBCC can't know about your collaboration with Rustfire.
If they found out, I'd just say I was attacking a traitor of the executive committee.
What? I sound like Liu Kang? I don't know what Liu Kang sounds like.
This isn't a collaboration either.
Matilda's hand is also pushed away.
Where's Chief? Any news?
That's a question for a safer place.
Hecate glares at her. Corso whistles, and Matilda says nothing more. She sets up the scene, staging an attack against the patrol.
All right, I faked an attack scene here. This way the executive committee won't suspect anything. They already have their hands full. Thanks for coming to get me. Now let's return to the base.
The three pry open a manhole cover on the road and jump in. An elderly man has been waiting for a long time in the dried up tunnel. He raises a blue lantern and leads the three deeper into the darkness. After several hours of meandering, the three sinners finally arrive at an underground hideout in the contaminated area. The old man nods and leaves. A red-haired middle-aged woman opens the secret door to welcome them. Oh, is it Lavina? Was it Lavina?
Good thing you've arrived.
Yo!
safe and sound. Come on in.
She looks... I'm sorry, but she looks hotter now. Just a comment there. Matilda Cavendish became a sinner in NF-112 due to an accident during her duty. The Cavendish family is unable to stomach this kind of scandal, so she must keep it a secret. She was therefore threatened by someone who knew her secret and became a Rustfire collaborator. At first, she was indeed forced to cooperate to protect the honor of the Cavendish family. But after the uprising broke out and Matilda decided to stay in West District, her thoughts have changed. Looking back, she might have been longing for an answer, one she couldn't find in the East.
Surprised? You know what they say. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Perfect.
Don't let go of my hand.
November 23rd. After the suppression of the rebellion, the executive committee has regained control of West District. As such, there exists a number of secret non-cooperative organization bases like this one. The so-called comprehensive census brings considerable pressure to these exiles. Many bases have already relocated multiple times since November. Presently, Matilda, a clerical officer of the executive committee, is confirming the details of the relocation with Lavina, who is in charge of the base.
The food and medical supplies can still hold up. There used to be many Outlanders in the Drifter camp, and they've established some channels for us. We can still hold on for a while.
Look at her!
The biggest issue is still hypercubes. Nirvana has completely cut off supply to civilians in the West District, and this affected trade with Outland as well. The only place to get hypercubes is still mine W31.
I'm wondering if Lavina finally become a sinner though, because I think on the chapter 10 or no, chapter 11 or 12, Julian says something that if she wake up, she's probably gonna turn into a sinner.
I remember it was that chief who wiped out that half of the corpus at the bottom of W31. Coupled with the new BR002 outbreak, the old black ring here was rendered completely inactive and became a small usable hypercube mine. In a sense, the previous goal of Rustfire has indeed been achieved.
Only then does she notice that Lavina's face has turned gloomy. During the first Drifter Campmania crisis, Lavina was contaminated by Corpus 002, that one. And it was Chief who suppressed the mania in her body with the shackles. But now Chief is missing, and the life-saving shackles he left behind have become the source of contamination. This fact and chronic exhaustion have left the strong woman visibly weary.
Rustfire is no more. Those gathering here are all refugees.
Right. Rustfire's gone and Syndicate has no future. Miss Carbonara, how about packing up the people here and taking them to Eastside?
Do you think they're gonna accept you?
You care a lot about everyone, don't you? You must hate to see them suffer again.
My last name is Cavendish. And yes, I do care. That's why I'm trying to find a way out.
A way out? Oh, not everyone believes there is one. Or you could just send me away. You see, I've helped you a lot, haven't I?
Corso raises an eyebrow at Matilda with her completely insincere request. In fact, it's more of a tone. It's not that this former Rustfire fighter bears any grudge against the Eastsider executive officer. Quite the contrary. The natural fighter greatly enjoyed the violent games of Syndicate in the past. The current lifeless West District bores her silly, and not a minute goes by she doesn't wish she's fighting someone. But most of her fellow enthusiasts have already died in the 8 months following the reappearance of the Black Ring, or have simply been scared out of their wits that they are no longer able to play with her.
I'll consider it. The relocation of the base will begin in a while. There may be danger along the path. Could you scout it beforehand?
Corso waves her hand listlessly.
Ugh, boring corruptors again. Fine, fine. I'll go.
Having sent Corso away, Matilda returns to Lavina's side, attempting to make up for her slip of the tongue.
I'm deeply sorry for the loss of Rustfire. But besides the frontline fighters, Rustfire still has you, and many non-combatants, as well as tens of thousands of Drifter camp dwellers. During the March upheaval, you kept them safe from the riots while enduring the contamination. Since then, you've been gathering supplies under such dangerous circumstances, sustaining the operations of over a dozen bases, and protecting many people. You've safeguarded Rustfire as the one in charge of logistics. You've proven to be more reliable than many commissioners in Eastside.
Lavina stares blankly at Matilda. After a moment, she lowers her gaze.
You're giving me too much credit.
Lavina doesn't find comfort in that, perhaps because it comes from an insider executive officer, or her pain is just too immense to be alleviated by any words of consolation. Oh, perhaps to her it seemed like Rustfire had weathered the toughest years, only to fall in the most absurd manner. Seriously though, that ending is shock, man. March 22, the obituary of the MBCC chief and Rustfire titular leader, Kaiser Rikudo, was issued. Rustfire, who shared the Shackle's power, announced retaliation. March 23, claimed the ruins of Inner Bay BR-002, the previous site of Mine W-31. March 26, occupied the headquarters of the West District Reconstruction Executive Committee, seizing a large amount of classified information. March 29, Rustfire completed internal purges. With unified and determined conviction, they vowed to take revenge and reclaim everything that belonged to Syndicate. April 1, all major locations in West District had been taken over. With peak morale, Rustfire planned to return to the Drifter camp, breach the isolation belt of the Rust, and take back the East. Influenced by public opinion from unknown sources, Rustfire received a massive batch of devoted new recruits. They gained many powers similar to the Shackles from the unconscious chief and became invisible for a time. In just 10 days, they reclaimed what used to be theirs and struck back, achieving the unprecedented glory of 10 days of Rustfire. Also on the evening of April 1, Architect Julian left Rustfire, quitting his long-time station Drifter camp. On his way to Inner Bay, he detonated BR-002, bringing the Black Ring back to West District. Those Rustfire sinners who gained the Shackles-like power from the unconscious chief were the first to be swallowed by mania. The Drifter camp where they gathered instantly became a dead city overrun by corruptors. The intense contamination reaching even the Rust. This marked the end of the 10 glorious days. What followed were endless suspicion, hatred, and ridicule. The Black Ring failed to awaken anyone. Syndicate fell deeper into chaos. BR-002 quickly developed into the largest and most powerful secondary Black Ring in history. What? Wait, what's the first though? Is it the BR-000? The underground tried to approach it. Paradisos returned to West District to seal it. The remaining Rustfire fanatic targeted by both forces claimed themselves as martyrs in delirium. But that too quickly passed. After venting their anger and sacrificing everything for their ideals, they found that their passion-driven struggle did not bring any honor, and nothing they did resulted in any change. A ruthless fire eventually goes out. No downpour or epiphany is needed. Time alone is the best extinguisher. With the outbreak of BR-002, Rustfire lost its soldiers, the Drifter camp, and its leader. Those left behind were no fighters, but just a group of refugees, rendered homeless by the Black Ring and so-called governance, huddling together for warmth. Time will ruthlessly prove that all vain fanatism is fleeting and futile. It leaves behind nothing but a mess. This is not a feeling that someone who has spent her whole life in Eastside can even begin to understand. Matilda won't force herself to. She has other tasks she must tend to.
We're running out of time. Please gather everyone together. We need to move closer to the central base. At least the executive officers will never patrol that place. Converging the bases also lowers hypercube consumption. There may be dangers during the transit. Most sinners are burdened by the shackles now, so I should be of use.
Lavina nods. The shackles still inflict considerable contamination on her. She tightly grips a small piece of hypercube on her chest to steady herself.
Thank you. Before that, there's another favor I'd like to ask. I heard you're someone of influence in Eastside. Do you know of any safe ways to get in touch with the Minos Bureau of Crisis Control? I have a wounded person here, an MBCC sinner.
Hecate, is it?
Her contamination is severe, and she's been unconscious since getting critically injured. I can't save her. She needs better treatment.
Wait, you mean Nightingale not looking for Hecate and Hela?
I know it's dangerous to contact them, but if you have a way to send the child back without exposing us, if it can save her, I'll do anything you ask.
I do have a way, but I wouldn't recommend it, even if it's for the sake of that child. As far as I know, the sinners of the Bureau have also been contaminated by BR-002. The situation is bleak. The Ring Research Institute of Paradisos has taken over the MBCC for now. They're not like that, Chief.
Okay.
If a sinner's condition is judged as too dangerous, they will only be subjected to more brutal treatment.
Okay, that makes sense why they're not looking for Hecate and Hela. They're being controlled by the Paradiso scumbag.
If you do care about that child, keep her by your side. At least you would never give up on her, come what may.
I see. Thank you.
There's nothing
sorry.
you need to apologize to me for.
After seeing Lavina off, Matilda walks through the meandering secret passage and arrives at the isolation ward. She pushes the door open. In the narrow single ward, a girl with lilac hair lies there in deep sleep. Oh no! Her body is covered in wounds and black spikes emanate from within her ominously. The severity of her symptoms is visible. Matilda remembers the girl's name. Oh no, is it Hela? Oh no! You mean, so you're saying that she's been like that for 6 months? More than 6 months? Hela, she was seriously injured by a delirious mania-infected attacker during the riot. Her ability is rapid regeneration, but as she falls into a deep coma, she also fell into a coma. Oh god damn. Her power becomes completely suppressed by the superior mania consciousness on the other end of the shackles. After Chief's death, the shackles' inhibitory effect on mania has completely disappeared. The minds of all sinners and mania-infected people who have accepted the shackles are now connected to the resurgent BR-002. Wait, is it including the sinner on the MBCC? Those who desire powers above all else are granted their wishes after sacrificing their sanity. Those who try to resist and preserve their own sense in vain are punished by the Black Ring, suffering both physically and mentally. Oh, there's resist. Oh my god, they're still loyal despite of they are in a coma. Hela, Hecate, and Lavina are all perfect example. Matilda doesn't go closer. She sees a thin figure crouched in the shadow by the hospital bed. It's Hecate. She's guarding Hela by her bedside. Behind her, Nightmare is posed to attack anytime, highly alert.
It's about time to leave. Lavina is really worried about you two.
I don't need Rustfire's pity. They already stole Chief's shackles. What more do they want from me?
Those who stole the shackles and hurt you have already become part of the Black Ring. No one here is your enemy, Hecate.
And I want nothing to do with them. I'm only here for one reason. Where is Chief? You said you would keep me posted.
There's no news right now.
Huh? Nightmare roars and charges at Matilda, slamming her against the wall of the ward. Hecate rushes over and grabs Matilda by the collar.
You said the Ninth Agency of Paradisos was out looking for him. After all this time, how can there be no news? You're all lying to me. You're in league with Rustfire. Where did you take Chief? What did you do to him?
Hecate. As the girl's mood flares up, the black spike once again pierces through her body. Nightmare trembles with her, and Matilda sees the chance to grab Hecate's wrist and easily pins her down. Hecate tries to push her away, but contamination-laden. There's no way she can win against Matilda.
The Rustfire you despise has been wiped out. They coveted the shackles and abused their power. That's why they were corrupted by mania and fell to the bottom. They let hatred burn down their sanity, so they became part of BR-002. Are you going to follow the same path? You will leave your friend here and turn into a corruptor before your chief returns?
You... let go of me. Let go.
Hecate is stung by her words, but an emotion that hurts more than anger gradually takes over. Her struggle becomes a helpless tremor, as if she's choking back sobs. Matilda silently releases her restraint. She takes out her emergency anti-mania shot and injects the girl with it to suppress her contamination. Matilda knows she's not good with words, so she begins simply and frankly.
It was you who chose to stay, so you could obtain information you couldn't get elsewhere. You decided to stand on our side. Then don't push away everything you might need. Lavina was infected with mania in the Drifter camp. It was Chief who voluntarily curbed her contamination with the shackles, saving her life while turning her into a sinner. You were there at the time. You know better than I do.
So Lavina has become a sinner.
She's never asked anything of you. All her efforts to protect you were to repay what that chief did for her. People have brought you back from the riot, and people out there are still trying to look for your chief. You don't need to trust me, but you should find someone you can trust. Don't isolate yourself. You've already pushed your mind to the breaking point. Hecate, if you still want to move forward, if you still want to fight for someone, you must first protect your own heart.
The girl finally shows a slight reaction to these words. She pries the executive officer's hands off, props herself up, and returns to the side of the bed, lost in thought. Matilda has said everything that can be said. She's kept her promise and at least brought Hecate to a relative safe environment. The rest is up to her.
The executive committee will soon return to inspect this area. The refugees have to relocate their base. Do you want to come with us? Or I can also escort you back to the MBCC. Then you can be rid of this place. The refugees can't be detected by the city-state authorities, and you won't see us again.
I'm going with you. I must get news of Chi firsthand. Don't think of getting rid of me.
All right. Then just guard the patients in the infirmary. The shackles contamination has worsened. You're not suited for battle in your current state.
Oh, this is a really depressing start. Oh my god. Before leaving, Matilda sees Hecate curl up and grip Hela's hand on the bed, trembling. Matilda sighed and gently closed the door. Preparation of the East 19 base is complete. The procession moved through the tunnel quietly and slowly, the faces all dejected. Matilda continues to command with a blank expression.
Interference and warning devices have been placed on the ground. To avoid detection by the executive committee, we must proceed carefully and cautiously and change paths upon the first signal. But it's just as dangerous underground. The area we're heading to is a deeply contaminated zone. Only there can we evade the executive committee's search. But it also means that we may encounter corruptors during the transit. Those of you still capable of fighting, be prepared. This won't be a smooth journey.
Right. Whoa, this is a new enemy. We got Doc. This is like the Doc from Resident Evil or what? Okay, I'm gonna block you. Nox.
I'll relieve them of pain.
Let's say... Oh, Matilda range is so short. I thought it's gonna be like as long as the EMP. Yeah, I'm gonna put EMP here, Hecate here. Oh, I forgot the healer. Where's Ariel? There you go. I'm gonna change it here.
I don't like to flee either.
Okay, this is okay. This is good. Oh shoot! Oh! Nightmare! Okay, just gonna keep it for now, just in case. I knew it. Something gonna come. Dawn, faster!
Raise thunder!
Wait, I think Don can do 2 core break, isn't he?
Force me to do this!
Oh, he has to overload. Completely forgot about that. Oh, what are you gonna do? Do this.
Is your only destination.
Oh shoot. Wasting in Nox ultimate right now. Come on, come out faster. Come out faster. Oi, where are you? Come on. God damn. The ultimate is done because you come out so slow. Hate you. Who is this guy? Is he like a range?
Pressing fire.
Rage thunder!
There you go. Move there. Go back. Okay, let them come. Let them come. Let them come. One more big guy. Ooh. Let's go one-on-one with Nox. No, you don't.
Pressing fire.
There you go. So far, no difficulty. Did I pick the story mode or just a normal mode? Just I forgot. Almost a whole day has passed. The closer to the destination. Almost a whole day has passed. The closer to the destination, the worse the contamination and the more fight with corruptors. The hypercube reserve are being depleted quickly. Hecate has been left with the injured, not as a fighter protecting the wounded, but as someone who needs protecting. Oh, is she really that weak?
Yeah, don't force yourself to fight our little burden. Leave it to your big sister Corso. Got it?
Big sis Corso.
Don't go. Using Nightmare to fight is too demanding for you now. I'll protect you. I'll be using my gun only. I won't get contaminated.
She's already heard the same words too many times today. It makes her feel repressed and almost humiliated, and the shackles are making it even worse.
I don't need your protection. I don't want...
With a loud boom, the ground shakes. There is all quiet outside. Hecate sends an extremely powerful force.
Fuck me!
What? A scream rips the silence. Hecate leaps up and rushes out. The tunnel is a mess, but the battle has long ended. Corso is suspended in mid-air, wrapped in a black substance whimpering through her muffled mouth. Is it Crash? The surrounding refugees are all clapping and cheering, looking at the petite girl in black with hero-worshipping eyes. Yeah, is it Crash, isn't it?
It's the Shadow Guardian of the West District! We're safe!
Oh, I love that outfit. Yeah. I love that outfit. The tiny hero stares coldly at them, then turns to leave.
You're Crash, right? Long time no see. Thanks. You're a lifesaver. It's hard to get messages out these days. I wasn't expecting any help, let alone from you. Thank you.
Crash, S-Class Sinner, nominal leader of the Homeless, a syndicate group. After the 10-day uprising, she contacted the Drifter camp through Aika and joined the camp with all the kids from the homeless. Since then, she has been secretly protecting the safety of the refugees. Rumor has it that she's very hostile toward adults. That must have been exaggerated. Matilda thinks this kid simply doesn't like to talk. But she indeed seems much more mature than her peers. Despite her immense power, she keeps a low profile and always looks quite broody.
Some fishy guy's been poking around the base. I noticed and followed him here.
Wait, her voice is changed. Isn't it? I think they changed the voice actress. Or maybe...
He's blonde, and also an executive officer. So I thought, you might know him.
Crush glances at Matilda, who understands her meaning.
Got it. Can you tell me where he is? As
she speaks, she catches sight of Hecate rushing out of the crowd.
What's that one doing here? I thought they sent her back last time. Your name is Hekate, right? Hey, you.
She sounds more mature, Crush. Completely ignoring Crush's greeting, Hekate darts off in another direction. The squatting figure in the corner is startled by the approaching girl and smiles a little awkwardly.
Hey, if it isn't little Hekate.
Why? Why though, Donald? Why you have to wear that? I'm sorry.
Donald.
Shh, keep it down. I've got a few adversaries. Admirers over there. If they spot me, I'll have a hard time getting away.
Like anyone going to be tricked by that, Donald. Give me a break.
Oh, look at these dark circles and bony arms. It's only been 2 months. Or 3? Did you get bullied? I'll give those suckers hell later. First, give me your hand.
Whoa, this is just like acting like a dad to Hekate.
I brought you a gift. In return, could you do me a favor and deliver a message for me? It's for...
Are you going to replace Chief as a dad? How dare you. As the man reaches into his pocket with a grain, Hekate urgently grabs his sleeve and the object in his hand falls to the ground.
Is it news about Chief? Did you find Chief?
Hekate face, I can't stand it.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's just a piece of fruit candy.
With a smile, the man picks up the candy and places it in the disappointed girl's palm. Hekate wants to say something, but she notices a change in Donald's expression. Suddenly, a long stick lands on her shoulder, aiming at the man who is trying to escape. It's a rifle. She hears Matilda's voice behind her.
All right, Hekate. This man is a spy sent by the executive officers to probe for intelligence. We'll take him. I'll personally interrogate him.
Wait, I thought you were the subordinate. Like, what's going on here?
He and I have a lot to catch up on.
Oh, okay. Is that a sign that you want to beat him up?
No. What's next?
I'm so grateful that Nightingale never act that way to us.
That's
We need
a
to
lot
appreciate
of people.
Nightingale more.
By the way, I charge per person for my show.
The base. Although it's called a base, it's really just a large underground space found in the abandoned inner bay. Once the contamination is cleaned up and some cover and basic setup are in place, it's habitable. The first to move in were the non-combatants evacuated from the drifter camp by Julian during the W-31 reclaiming operation. With the rising number of refugees and relocation of the bases, the population here now fluctuates between 6,000 and 7,000. After sending Hekate away, Matilda closed the door again.
Hekate is disheartened. All this time, she's been waiting for news of that person.
I can't exactly tell her we do have news, can I? Those behind her are up to no good. If anything happens to that chief, that poor little girl will certainly never forgive herself.
So basically he already hired the chief, is it?
Then make sure that she doesn't find out.
Ooh, the mystery.
One must get a closer look to understand what's the deal with the shackles, right? You know about the situation.
Yeah, she's scarier. Matilda's scarier than Nightingale.
Before we get into that, can't you untie me first? My dear adjutant, I risked my life to bring you information. Let's settle our personal scores another time.
Did she just tie him up? What? The man calls himself Donald. He was placed in the executive committee in November NF-112. Some higher-up vouch for his deep understanding of Rustfire and his ability to handle related matters. Despite that, Donald is not highly regarded internally. His eccentric behavior has even earned him some rumors that he was an escapee from the Banyan Psychiatric Hospital. This man doesn't have dignity. He was also this man who helped Matilda hide her mania infection and brought someone to stop her mutation into a corruptor. Eventually, Matilda survived and became a sinner, but as the price of keeping her secret, she's also been forced to clean up many laughable messes. Donald's past record have been destroyed, and it's a mystery which side he's on. There are rumors within the executive committee that he has another backer, and that he's a spy planted by some infamous Paradisian big shot. But to Matilda, this man's relationship with Rustfire is even more ambiguous. Matilda is very certain that from the day he put on the executive officer uniform, Donald has been secretly supporting the Drifter camp, but until now, Donald refused to contact Rustfire directly or explain anything. The adjutant pulls over a chair and sits in front of Donald, organizing the documents.
Since you're here, please give me some guidance. Rustfire's current situation is tricky. The number of refugees received at each location is increasing, and smuggling proves a less and less reliable way to gather materials. There have been several food shortages, not to mention other rare goods. The underground is still secretly catalyzing mania. W-31 doesn't produce enough hypercubes to fulfill protection needs. They have no choice but to combine the bases to reduce consumption, but a concentrated base makes an easier target for the Executive Committee's patrols. Now, the Black Ring is no longer their biggest threat. The Underground and Paradisos' policy are both squeezing the little survival space of West District.
I see. Then, I have only one suggestion. I strongly suggest everyone run away with me. It's a big world out there. They can go somewhere, even the Black Ring. Paradisos and the Underground can't reach and wait it out. Staying alive should come first.
There's no such utopia. The whole world has long been tightly bound together by mania and other disasters. Whether it's Eastside, Satellite Towns, or the Outlands, not a single place will accept refugees from West District. Infected or not, they are turned away by all as the source of mania, just like what happened to sinners in the past.
Then why not create a new world? I hear from many guys out there that things are changing every day. Now, there are plenty of good shelters outside. Isn't Syndicate always so proud of its builders? Then go out and build history again. Stop clinging to past glory.
To start from scratch and set up new settlements, the pioneers need to be stronger, firmer, and more proactive. The people of West District don't have it in them anymore. Rustfire's fall has taken a hefty toll. People have lost hope and motivation. The morale only keeps plummeting.
Matilda slightly lowers her gaze.
I'm just an executive officer from Eastside. I can't truly understand what they're facing and feeling. So, do you really plan to not talk with the Rustfire executives? They've been looking for a new leader.
Are you serious?
Matilda looks up at Donald. She's changed the topic rather abruptly, but her expression is completely serious.
I've seen what happens to leaders. Not appealing at all. That's not what I'm after. I want to be like... a catfish! Like what I'm doing now. Playing it being a crazy executive officer who's good for nothing. You know, every time I show up, everyone gets so worked up. Even the most unmotivated individual rushes over for a punch the second they see me. They're instantly energized. Oh, not even a leader has this effect on people, right?
I hate to break it to you, but the catfish effect is made up and has no scientific basis. But I understand your attitude now. You understand thoroughly what difficulties the refugees are facing. You won't just sit back and watch. I'm sure you have other plans. Why have you been frequenting the refugee camps recently? These injuries weren't caused by humans. Where were you just now? And what did you do? Does this have to do with that chief?
Donald scratches his head. He just never seemed to be able to distract an upright person like her is a good thing in a way. Later, when facing other difficult situation, the adjutant will surely remain as unwavering as ever.
You're quite perceptive, I must say. I knew you were a remarkable talent. Yes, I just returned to the Drifter camp, down to the monument at the very bottom, to meet with some old friends.
Oh, who?
It's a problem brought by the Black Ring. We must consult a Black Ring expert.
Six hours ago. During the Rustfire uprising, this was where the rioters welcomed back their deceased leader, received the mania disguised as the Shackles, and spiraled into madness. When the Black Ring erupted, this was also where they degenerated into corruptors, turning the Drifter camp into a ghost town. It takes a lot of effort to get to the heart of this place. For some, however, only the most dangerous places can provide cover.
Look who's here!
Doo-doo.
A respected executive officer. Did you get beaten up while patrolling around our turf? Told you, you should change your clothes next
Yeah,
time.
actually it makes sense.
These
Oh,
people
casket.
here won't spare this skin of yours, even if they've turned into corruptors. The person you're looking for is down there. I'm playing the Sona every day at the door to keep him alive. If I keep this up, you won't be able to afford the performance fee, even if you sell the whole Dis City. Hurry up and bring him back.
Oh, wait. Who? Is it Chief? Okay, we got casket here.
There's
There you
no
go.
need to thank me. I'm not here to safeguard anyone's life. I'm simply attracted by the hundreds of souls here, and I want to hear their ravings. It's only a coincidence we ran into each other. If you really feel like you owe me, then I'd ask you to stop obsessing over saving him. Don't be so hard on yourself. Just let go. That way, everyone can find relief sooner.
No, I know you want Chief's soul. We make a deal. I know your trick, casket. We need to save Chief.
That one made a promise to come to me after death.
See what I said? Yo.
I've been looking forward to it.
Which side are you?
Stop shouting. I'm not dead. Just not in the mood to see anyone.
Coco
I'm
make
not
an
useless
appearance,
like
guys.
you.
Oh my god, this
I
is a
don't need to
surprise.
be glued to him to protect him. Even if I stay hidden, the spies from Paradisos and the underground can't get anywhere near him.
Oh god, this is such a fun surface for me.
That idiot chief should have known better than to keep up the pretty talk and suicidal missions in these times. Now I gotta be the babysitter. Hurry with waking him up and get him out of here. I can't stand looking at that dumb face anymore.
So they hide it with casket and Coco protecting them. After taking several turns and thanking several pals, Donald finally reaches the end of the passage and pushes the door open, then closes it behind him. He shivers.
These pretty ladies around you keep getting scarier.
Agree?
Coming to see you is like venturing into the gates of hell. It's taking years off my life. We've only talked once before, and yet I've put myself through all this torture for you. I've worked too hard. I'd best get some payback in the future.
Oh no, Chief! He got long hair.
Wake up soon, Chief. If you don't, I'm gonna have to make you.
Shit. Back in that top secret makeshift prison cell, Donald is now wearing a different expression.
That BR-002 is more powerful than we think. It'll be 9 years old after December. It died once and came back to life and can even hide itself. After getting hooked up with Chief's shackles, it turned the tables and corrupted the shackles instead, contaminating hundreds of Rustfire followers. This is the largest and strongest black ring since the Great Explosion. If left unchecked, the entire West District will be devoured, as if Dissea expanded several times over, flooding half of the city-state. Even Eastside and Paradisos can't turn a blind eye any longer.
Interestingly, the black ring was made from like, I think Julian is not a sinner, right? Julian is just a normal person. So it's just a corpus with normal person instead of like BR004 when they merged between the inheritance with Zoya. And it's become the strongest BR002.
But the strangest thing is that after its second outbreak, BR002 has stopped expanding. Although contamination is still leaking, the boundary of the Black Ring remains stable. Corruptors rarely come out to harm people. Even the monsters outside have gradually returned to the Black Ring, never coming out again. Although the FAC is working hard, their anti-mania wall can only act as a cage. It can't turn the beast in the cage into a docile kitten. Compared to 9 years ago, this Black Ring's personality has completely changed.
He leans back in his chair, squinting slyly at the ceiling.
It's as if it's in a chokehold, left completely immobile.
Are you suggesting that mania and an anti-mania force coexist in the Black Ring? Is it the shackles?
After all, that's Paradisos' secret weapon. It wouldn't hurt to have some faith in him, would it? Over the past 6 months, our little chief has likely been fighting tooth and nail with the Black Ring and that monster in some unseen place. Judging from Hela and Hekate's situation, it's clear that the shackles are also struggling. That's why I've thought of a way to lend him a hand.
Yeah, finally he's referring to the Eternal Nightmare, I think here.
It's too complicated, so I won't get into the specifics. To put it simply, it's like a tug of war. Give this side a bit of a boost, tickle that side a little, then you win. Easy peasy. Sounds good? Isn't my strategy so imaginative?
Are you going alone again? Even for such a dangerous operation, you're leaving on your own without telling anyone?
Can't let anyone overshadow me on such a cool and crazy operation, can I? All right, don't worry. I've already secured an assistant, an ally, and some strong backup too. It's foolproof.
Ooh, who's it gonna be?
If something really happens, don't I still have my great escape plan, huh? Told ya. It's foolproof.
Don't hesitate to let me know if you need my help. I can fight too.
Of course. When have I ever hesitated? I'm leaving the folks here and a bunch of cuties in New York here.
He jumps off, stretches lazily, then waves his hand and leaves. The ropes on his body already cut off somehow. It's exactly due to this kind of behavior that both the executive committee and the refugee camp treat him like a madman. Matilda doesn't deny his madness.
I don't believe the man who has done so much to help the refugees is just a madman. In places they can't see, he must have done even more. And it's true. Sometimes madness is the only solution to a desperate situation. Many people have gathered here for this madness of yours, seeking shelter, a way out, and an answer. Regardless, everyone's fate is already tied together.
The Shadow Guardian enters the study and turns on the light, letting it illuminate her petite figure. In the dim light, she flips through the messy notes in the study. Most of them are just empty blank pages with only faint colorless imprints pressed through the back of other sheets onto them. This is a room filled with the works by the former Rustfire liaison, Raven, a self-proclaimed romantic poet and a showy teacher who hadn't yet received her qualification. There isn't much of her handwriting left in Syndicate today. Having just organized the relocation of the base, Lavina immediately takes over all of its logistics. She's pulled an all-nighter before going to sleep. She remembers that Hella's dressing needs to be changed and Hecate might not have eaten, so she gets ready and heads to the infirmary. But when she arrives at the tightly closed door, she hesitates. In the end, the woman simply leaves the supplies outside Hella's ward, gently knocks on the door and suddenly turns to leave. Matilda looks at the either exhausted or frightened faces around her. The future is so uncertain. No one here can be unfazed by the unknown. No one can be above the confusion, including herself. She believes in the glimmer of hope that Executive Officer Donald mentioned, but she also sees that the plan is very risky. It's especially reckless and crazy to be proposing it at this juncture. Donald may seem mad, but deep down he is cautious with his actions. Then why the sudden decision to act now?
Because hope expires too. And the time window left for us is very narrow now.
We are in such urgent situation, guys. Donald emerges from the underground tunnel, returning to the ruin of Syndicate. The resurrected Black Ring is right in front of him, inevitably visible to everyone's eyes from every corner of Syndicate above ground. The red halo encircles a pitch-black high tower. It twists slightly alike a mirage, seeming to grow continuously upward and tumbling down incessantly at the same time. It looks like it could collapse at any moment, destroying the long crumbling half of the city-state. Indeed, this war doesn't leave him much time.
In your eyes, is the Black Ring effectively constrained and unable to expand? That's different from what I hear.
They're just like our mom. True. I think she's a mom already, but I think her kids died or something.
Recently, the revenants who have come to me after dying of mania are all agitated. They told me that the master of the Black Ring has been accumulating power and will soon regain freedom. Whatever it is that binds it, it can't hold on anymore.
I'm not joking with you. Take him away immediately. An undergrounder came here a week ago, and I made him bloom. That undergrounder carried a special sorcery on his body to mark his own death, all for tracking him down. I think the location's been exposed.
Ooh.
But since then, the underground hasn't sent anyone else. Something must be going on. You guys be careful.
Yes, things aren't looking good. If I'm not mistaken, those guys from the underground and their shepherd are all in action. You've seen what she's capable of. Don't think about taking her on yourself. But on the other hand, this also opens up opportunities. A slight possibility to save the chief. After all, those people know mania best. Perhaps they hold the solution to it too. Pulling the chestnuts out of the fire. What do you say? I can contact our ally for you.
Oh, who's our ally? I'm curious.
Gotta hold on to the backup, meet up with the ally, stay alive, and hurry my ass up. My dear Chief, the stranger Donald is gonna risk his life for you this time. Just to put some pressure on you before I go. Whether it's to return my favor, save the world, or just to hug someone waiting for you.
Wait, is it me or the size of the box is kind of
Best
short?
open your eyes now. Any later, I'm afraid some things can't be undone.
Shit. Time is not with us. Oh my god, I'm hooked. I'm so hooked already with this thing. Donald drapes the executive officer coat over his shoulder. whistling and swinging his arm as he heads toward the high tower. Not far behind him, a block away, a gloomy girl in a cloak keeps her eyes fixed on her prey, quietly following at a distance without being noticed. It's been 8 months, Hecate is tired of waiting. This time she must look for news of that important person herself. This is for our own mission and also for Hela. Wait, in regard of the ally, I don't know why, I have a feeling it probably Bayi? Because she's in the trailer? Could it be? Because she's wearing that skin, you know the skin that was just looking badass like a samurai. Could be her. I don't know. Oh, who is that? Is it young Julian? Oh my god. In the small study, the young man is buried in a mountain of blueprint for mechanical structure. When he finally lifts his head up for a breath, a bit of noise slips in from the window. Where the heck is Donald? It's been 3 days. We are swamped without him. Isn't that little architect supposed to be smart? Why doesn't he help us out? Ah, shush. He can't move around easily because of his legs. Don't bother him and let him focus on his research. Upon hearing this, the previously disoriented Julian immediately perks up. He puts down the blueprint in his hands and shouts outside. I'm coming right away. The young man struggles to get up, taking the crutches you hand to him as he walks towards the door. You've grown accustomed to not being able to touch him, yet you definitely share the same hazy mental realm. By paving the way for him, you can explore more of the reality of this world. Open the door for him. Door opened by itself again. How wonderful. Someone must be helping Rustfire. I hope today will be another smooth day. Oh? Outside the study, the noise is constant in spite of all the haziness. This seems to be a bustling scene with many people, all calling out and helping one another for a common goal. The warmth of their feelings gradually fill your heart. As if someone had called him, Julian calls out in response and staggers forward on his crutches. You follow him. Okay, we are exploring now, okay. At the base night school, a group of workers sit on the floor, listening to Julian's lecture. Oh, is that pink-haired girl? I don't think we have a name. Teacher, you should give our hero some proper lesson in the future. We shouldn't be the only one you teach. Our hero can get an A in fighting, but definitely an F in fixing machine or mining. Julian gives an awkward smile and quickly nods. Nirvana executed. Where's everyone? Hey, get over here and check things out. A sudden commotion erupts in a room in the base. A man from Nirvana stands in front of you with several gangsters looking menacing. Have you seen a freak who can manipulate electricity? A freak who can manipulate electricity. Oh, is Donald? He zeroes in on Julian, staring intently at him. No. That's Julian? Julian response is curt. The man from Nirvana lets out a cold laugh. He gestures to the gangster behind him to search the place. Think of something. You quietly approach and snatch a key from his back pocket. Then, steal their vehicle? Whoa. The Nirvana vehicle roars to life. The Nirvana agents chase after you along the tire track, panting heavily. Injured elder. Donald's sorry. Donald's a tough nut to crack. The little gangs are no match against him. You guys can race easy. An injured worker returns to the base. Everyone by the entrance is shouting. Julian looks worried. The base lacks the most basic medical supplies. Try to find medical supplies. You search around the base and find some bandages. Bandage the injured. Thank you, but this injury is nothing. Seeing you all safe and sound makes us energized to work. As the old man speaks, he moves his injured arm. See, it's all good now. Don't crowd around here, as you were. A long time passes, yet the Donald that people have been talking about still hasn't returned. Julian has been working non-stop until now, gradually running out of energy. He's starting to worry. He hasn't returned yet? I hope nothing bad happened. Just as he is pondering, there's a sudden commotion from the base. He's back! And he saved the mine! Those Nirvana cowards said Mania had exceeded the limit and wanted to destroy all the equipment in mine W31. But our Donald beat them to it. He went down into the mine, held out against the contamination, and restarted the system. His sparky superpower really came in handy this time. Let those Nirvana scumbags come and see. The last contract clearly states that Nirvana has given up all right to that mine and the machines inside. They abandoned them, but Rustfire saved them. Those are all ours now. Go write an article and publish it in all the newspaper. The more people know, the better. Let everyone in this city hear about this. We have a bargaining chip now. Mine W31 is ours. West District has its own hypercube mine now. Julian, come quick. The hero of Rustfire is back. Julian fatigued vanished in an instant. He almost tries leaping over to the center of the crowd. His gaze lands on the golden-haired leader, who despite being exhausted and covered in filth, is being cheered and tossed into the air by the crowd. At the time, this youthful leader is only in his mid-20s. The leader feels dizzy from being tossed around and laughs heartily. When he catches sight of Julian, his expression softens.
Oh, see? I did it. I restarted the machines, took over the mine. You didn't see it, but those Nirvana folks turned green with envy. Whew. We'll definitely nail the negotiations. W31 is back. We've won.
It's you who led us to victory. You used your power to charge up the machines and gave Nirvana a good slap in the face.
He looks so different.
Well done, hero.
Hero, huh? Shucks. I was fumbling all over the place down there. This is all thanks to the blueprints you drew, the triggers and hooks you designed, and the masses backing us up. We are all heroes, Julian. Every Rustfire member is a hero.
Let's go to the negotiation. Let's go greet our mind. We've secured W31. Syndicate has hope now. Together we go. Oh.
Surprise?
Oh, what the hell is this? Wow, we're not even half. Goddamn, I'm so immersed in the story that I didn't realize.
After you.
That means we still have lots to come. Hecate rarely gets to see Donald. Most of the time he's playing as an annoying executive officer. But she's always remembered how he acted during the riots, which makes her believe that everything about that man is just pretense. Back then, attacked by the many of the shackles, Hecate almost lost her sanity. She recalls how this man single-handedly subdued the raging nightmare and fought off over a dozen Rustfire sinners. She still clearly remembers the words he said.
Is the mission all that matters? What about your own life? Then, what about her?
Oh.
Is that chief someone really important to you? Then I'll go bring him back.
Whether he's an executive officer or a Rustfire member, whether he's a sinner or not, this man saved Hela when Hecate couldn't, and even promised to rescue Chief, whom Hecate failed to protect. It was he who brought back Raven and many more people. Okay, he brought back Raven also? Donald is powerful. If someone could breathe through the black ring of Rustfire and bring Chief back, it could only be him. Hecate is convinced of this, just like she believed that Chief will definitely come back. She has no choice but to believe it. But she doesn't want to keep waiting anymore. Donald walks in the middle of the avenue, Dressed in the uniform of an executive officer, Hecate follows to block behind with Nightmare slightly ahead of her. She tells him covertly.
He's heading towards BR-002. There are no refugees there. Only the FAC anti-mania frontline. And gangs stealing crystals of mania contamination. Maybe even the underground. He stopped to observe something. Or is he waiting for someone?
This guy who? Gonzalez? I forgot what gang is. Several gangsters like syndicates come out of the street corner and surround Donald. Donald stops in his track and converses with them calmly.
Are those his companions? Informants? Are they Rustfire gangsters or other undercover agents? What are they talking about? Information? Does it have anything to do with Chief?
She can't hear their conversation from this distance, and Nightmare can't get any closer. Hecate can't be sure if there are any sinner among these people. She's extremely tense and agitated. The contaminated shackles begin to emerge on her body again.
I must get a little closer. I can't let any possibility slip by.
Go to hell, you fucking executive officer!
Whoa! Watch out with the profanity. Shouting, those people pick up their weapons and swing them at Donald. Hecate stops in her tracks.
Are they enemies? Judging from their fighting style, the enemies are not sinners, but they are using mania weapons. It's fine. He is strong. He doesn't need my help. That might reveal me, and...
She wants to see that man fight again. She's eager to witness the technique of a truly powerful fighter. A steel pipe is thrown at Donald, and with a twist of his body, it misses and lands on the ground. He goes on to dodge the subsequent attacks.
He dodged them. His reflexes are impressive.
Ooh, Donald's that strong? I'm impressed. Meanwhile, another person hits Donald's butt. Seriously. Hits Donald's butt hard from behind with a road sign. Why though? Donald only hops a small step forward, moves to a higher vantage point, and turns to look at his attacker.
He withstood this attack. Amazing defense. Is he an Endora sinner? Is he going to strike back with his power?
Wait, what did he being hit in the butt? That's like the most, I don't know, soft or pillowish part of our body. Why will you attack from behind the butt anyway? Attack the head, stupid gangster. Looking back, Hecate has never seen Donald use his power. Perhaps he doesn't need to use his power to deal with these people.
I've become too reliant on my abilities. If my shackles are contaminated, I can't do anything without Nightmare. I'm useless when Chief needs me the most. Even Hela is suffering because of me.
Luckily, Donald's fight distracts her from her self-blaming. He starts to move, charging at the gangster. An enemy attacks his head, but finally you do what I said. Good. An enemy attacks his head, but he dodges. Hecate watches intently. He's so agile. He sees the chance to aim for the gangster's lower body, grabbing his legs to subdue him. Then he... Wait a minute. Why does this pose seems familiar?
Please spare me!
What? Yo, is this gonna be our savior? Are you for real?
Huh?
Donald's cry echoes through the street like a bell, shaking Hecate's heart. She finally remembers the shocking scene she witnessed when she first came to Syndicate.
Chief!
You compare to EMP? Confusion gradually replaced her anxiety. Hecate stared stiffly at this far, standing still for a long time. Eventually, amid different variations of Donald's cry, she sighed.
Hela, is this this a syndicate tradition?
Oh god. See, is it a syndicate tradition? Oh my god. Wait, what is this? What is the thing? Come on, EMP, it's time for you to act. I'm gonna put it here. You know, I hate this box, man. It's in the way. Okay, just put it like. Oh, it's shooting fire. Oh, I can shoot it. Okay, that means I have to move it forward then. EMP, can you move one step forward? Maybe I got help with this fire thingy. Okay, that's not good. Oh, melee is not very useful in here. God damn it. Wait, why Nox? God, I almost died. God damn it. Just kill that thing first. EMP, please help to kill that fire thingy.
Suppressing fire.
God damn it. I'm being overwhelmed. I'm being overwhelmed. Oh, this is dangerous. This is not good.
Suppressing fire.
I'm pretty sure I shot it with EMP just now, but it doesn't hit. There. Okay, 2 down. Oh, you can do it again. Thank God. You are the MVP, EMP. Good job.
Gotten too close. Suppressing fire.
Can you shot it from there, EMP? Just kill that one. This is the last one? I need EMP. You're gonna be the main star here. Let's go. The melee can't do anything too much here. Oh, whoa, you tried to attack my MVP. Good strategy there. You know that EMP is the most dangerous sinner right now, and you try to attack her?
Gotten too close. Suppressing fire.
There you go. Now EMP finish him. There you go. There you go. See? You forced her to do that. There you go. EMP on killing streak. Okay. There. See? Don't try to trigger the wrath of EMP. Okay, just move. Just kill it. You got it? There you go. Oh, god damn it, I want to use EMP.
Suppressing fire.
There you go. Done. EMP is very useful just now, man. Boom. The fight ended quickly. The fallen wall from the height crashes to the ground, scaring off the gangster. It's Nightmare who snuck over and helped from a blind spot on top of a ruined building. Hecate can't make sense of Donald's behavior, and she doesn't want to waste any more time waiting. She wanted this powerful man to go and look for Chief immediately, so she risks exposure and help him clear the obstacle. She isn't aware that this ridiculous and time-wasting farce has also helped release the tension within her. To be fair, so far it has been like very gloomy, and we need this. We need Donald to become the comic relief. Now the obstacles have been cleared, but the man she considered invisible is still lying on the ground. From his high vantage point, Nightmare can see him clutching his clothes and sobbing.
Those meaties scared me to death.
He isn't that badly injured, is he? Isn't he supposed to save Chief? Isn't he supposed to go to BR-002? What on earth is he?
What's happening here?
Oh, FAC. Several white figures suddenly approach.
An FAC patrol. Did they sense Nightmare's attack?
What was that explosion just now? Did another sinner lose control? Be careful. They're now all connected to the Black Ring, the only active contamination that leaks out of the FAC's blockade. We must...
They turn around to search for suspicious sinners.
Please! FAC, sirs! Help!
No, use the crying expression. A pair of arms grabs the FAC soldier around his waist. Donald springs up to cling to the leading FAC soldier and starts crying loudly. Caught off guard, the armored soldier is unable to move.
Look at me! I'm an executive officer from the executive committee! Those damn gangsters are attacking us on the streets! Help me, please! Take me back! I'm injured. I need medical attention. There's no time to go back to the executive committee. Take me to your base, please. I'll be forever in your debt.
He's good.
We will, but the matter of the sinner is more pressing.
It's killing me. Stop talking about that sinner now. Someone's about to die here. I'm dying.
Distracted by this grown man throwing a tantrum, the FAC soldier can't break away to search for the suspicious sinner nearby. Their expressions shift from confused to helpless, then suddenly they seem to realize something.
Could you be Donald? That executive officer who was kidnapped a while
Oh boy,
ago?
did he busted?
Huh? You guys know me?
Oh, good.
You're well known for your unique character. We've been wanting to meet you for so long.
They smile knowing they'd squat down to help Donald up, or rather, prop him up.
Before we take you back to the executive committee, please come with us to the FAC first.
Oh no.
Oh no. She turns to chase after those people, but when she looks back, she sees an unexpected figure already standing behind her. The person taps the young girl's shoulder and gestures for her to keep quiet.
It's you?
Who is this? The old man's name is Samuel, and he claims to be Donald's assistant. During the 10 days of Rustfire, he saved Hela and Hecate with Donald and escorted the girls to a refugee camp. Oh, new character. His past is equally mysterious, with his age and affiliation unknown. Hecate can only confirm that he has no combat abilities, is not a sinner, and is extremely low-key and reticent. Hecate takes a step back, showing a resistant expression.
I won't go back. Rustfire can't give me what I want. So this time, I will find the information myself.
I know, but you can't catch up to him. Follow me.
Oh, there's the hypercube in it, right? Indeed, she can't risk discovery by the FAC, or she will surely get locked back into the MBCC for her contamination. Hecate hesitates for a moment before she follows the old man, heading toward the red halo not far away and the stronghold glowing with a blue light beneath it which seems so small in comparison. Oh, are we inside? Oh no, the blockade, okay.
Hello, Executive Officer Donald. Do you remember the FAC propulsion type 023 Bastion you borrowed from us in March? Although the Executive Committee claims you're only mentally unstable, we all know about your special background. An executive officer appointed by Paradisos Hush with experience dealing with BR-002 and a deep understanding of Rustfire. The Ninth Agency has introduced you to us. Now, please come with me. The FAC requires your valuable assistance.
Hush who? I have no idea who you're talking about. I don't rely on connections. But sure, with pleasure. I miss you guys to pieces too.
He grins, his earlier craziness gone.
The video recording is complete.
Ooh. Hush who? Could be Shalom. What? 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 What the hell? No stamina? I still have this. No, don't worry. Don't worry. Still have stamina. Oh, it's 18! Hey? 3 out of 18? Are we leaving it? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's gonna be a really long one, is it? Love it.
Don't touch the pollutant. Keep up.
We have 18 battle apparently. And I just finished 3. Goddamn. This is gonna be like really long playthrough. Or maybe I gotta divide it to a small stream. Hecate hides in the blind spot of the FAC outpost. Samuel is guarding a small communicator. After a while, a wave of radio noise comes out of it, followed by Donald's voice.
Oh, now that's better. Oh, I was too busy running for my life just now to relieve myself. It's my first time inside an FAC stronghold. It's impressive, but ever thought of upgrading the toilets? Compared to the executive committee, the facilities here are a bit rudimentary.
I apologize for any inconvenience. You see, we've poured all our budget into equipping the anti-black ring system. We appreciate your constructive feedback on our work.
Oh, you flatter me. I'm the one here to learn after all. Let's first take a look at the Black Ring's data, shall we?
Of course. This way, please.
Compared to a regular FAC soldier, Donald does come off as an overly dramatic madman, but at least he manages to retrieve the communicator hidden in the restroom. The old man snugs this communicator into the construction team of the stronghold as early as the campaign in August, allowing it to bypass the subsequent rigorous security checks by the FAC. In the dimly lit war room, the stronghold representative is showing Donald various complex charts, explaining them painstakingly as if he fears Donald can't read them.
It's highly consistent with the BR-002 that erupted in Inner Bay's mine W31 in NF-104. Based on the Drifter Camp Black Ring operation report sent by MBCC's chief in March, we can confirm it's the same corpse-born. In other words, this is the revival of the same Black Ring.
Okay.
But the corpse-born in NF-104 was activated by the collective consciousness within the mine. After its destruction, the core of the Black Ring that was revived in NF-113 changed. Corpus 002 has merged with Julian, the leader of Rustfire, and became a new corpse-born that's more powerful and unified.
I still recall how our great Paradisos announced it. Julian is not a sinner, but the Undergrounders did something to him and turned him into a Black Ring. Or rather, the anchor point of Rustfire's collective consciousness 9 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Julian is not a sinner. How come the Black Ring can be stronger than even Zoya?
Exactly. BR-002 was already highly hazardous at its first appearance. We thought it was successfully suppressed at the time, but it turns out that Corpse-born 002 survived and even gained a powerful camouflaging ability. No one, not even the Undergrounders or Paradisos, can confirm its whereabouts. This year, after the Drifter Camp Mania crisis in mid-March, the Rustfire uprising in West District in late March, and the abnormal spread of the shackles during the uprising, BR-002 had already grown larger than any secondary Black Ring when it erupted again. A large number of shackle bearers instantly turned into corruptors, and mania spread rapidly in West District. If it weren't for the timely reinforcement of the Rust Isolation Belt, it would have threatened the entire city-state. That's why the FAC spared no effort to advance the August blockade campaign and build this defense line. But following the construction of the defense line, the data confirmed that BR-002 was exhibiting many inexplicable anomalies, most conspicuously as the Black Ring with the highest recorded M value. BR-002 itself has never expanded.
All right. Let's get straight to the point. I already know all about this bizarre black ring. Tell me, what exactly is holding it off? And who exactly is buying precious time for humanity?
Yes. As you may know, we have the MBCC's chief who went missing during the uprising to thank. He risked his life to win us this opportunity.
Ooh.
In the only preserved observation report from Paradisos, it was mentioned that during his desperate battle with Corpus 002, he tried to link the shackles to the Corpus, possibly for location tracking purposes. Afterwards, Chief was ambushed by the rioters and disappeared. The shackles were seized and became a tool for Corpus 002 to contaminate the rioters. But in turn, they're also desperately suppressing the expansion of the Black Ring. We want to believe that Chief is still fighting. As long as we can find him or help him regain consciousness by suppressing the Corpseborn, then we have the possibility of defeating this Black Ring.
Hekata's body starts to tremble slightly.
Is it real? Chief hasn't given up.
She has heard countless rumors about Chief whereabouts, alive, dead, turned into a monster, escaped from Paradisos. They all sound absurd, suspicious, and even fabricated with ulterior motives. This is the first time she's got a credible update, and it's so reassuring to hear it from the FSC. I just realized that probably Donald purposely do that so Hekate can hear that. Donald claps his hand with satisfaction. The message has been delivered as intended. Hopefully this will bring back that kid some real. Oh yeah, I just say it and then it's just revealed like seconds later. Now let's get down to business.
I assume you guys called for me because there's a change in the situation.
The officer nods.
BR-002 is attempting to break through its restraints. Since November, the contamination radiation has been growing more rapidly. Despite being limited by its physical boundary, it emits a large amount of contamination, which spills out to form a massive contamination belt. So far, it has expanded to less than 300 meters from the inner edge of the defense line.
Donald looks at the M-value chart. Indeed, a ring of concentrated contamination has formed around the Black Ring, with some coordinates showing noticeably abnormal value.
The Underground has made a new breakthrough. According to the intelligence the 9th Agency has retrieved from a fatal mission, someone within the Mania forces has mastered a new type of sorcery. It was activated in November and has been continuously injecting Mania contamination into BR-002. Even more despicably, unable to break through the FAC's defense, the Underground has been using infected civilians to attack the base, trying to create a breach. They've likely already infiltrated the blockade circle, laying down sorcery inside to tear down the constraints on BR-002.
Well. I smell another showdown between you guys and your archenemy. Syndicate sure is the perfect battlefield.
That's why our speedy victory is crucial to the safety of West District. This special operation aims to enter the blockade circle and locate the sorcerer, eliminating both him and all his Mania sorcery.
Then why not just go ahead? What do you need me for? You don't think I can fight them, do you? Look, I'm really not a fighter. I don't even have any special abilities. I'm counting on you to protect me, buddy.
Liar. The clerk. Before that, he's like the male version of Bayi. So lazy, what the hell? The clerk standing next to them glances at him with a strange look, but doesn't say anything. The officer continues.
The FAC will certainly be at the forefront, eliminating all threats, but that's supposing we can locate the enemy quickly and get to the battlefield where we need to be. Please, take a look at this picture.
Okay.
What's this? The interior of the Black Ring?
No. The cost of entering the Black Ring is high, and we haven't received instructions to enter it yet. This was taken on the contamination belt outside the ring, a material product of the leaked Mania contamination. Such contamination has formed unusually complex paths and structures, and even mechanisms. Corruptors also run rampant in it. Yes, it's like a gigantic maze that keeps growing, blocking all intruders and protecting BR-002. I remember you said that Julian, the leader of Rustfire, was an outstanding architect before becoming a corpseborn. Mechanism and maze are his expertise, and the Drifter Camp was his creation.
That's right. I recognize these mechanisms. All the mazes and paths were his designs and signatures. They made up the fortress that Rustfire relied on for survival all along. This is why you're looking for someone who knows Rustfire inside out and can guide you through the architect's maze.
He looks around and everyone else in the room is staring back at him.
That's right. The interior of BR-002 is expanding rapidly. Even the MBCC has sent a warning that the contamination inside the Sinners, shackled by Chief, is surging abnormally. The shackles are weakening, while BR-002, or rather Julian the Corpseborn, is growing more powerful. As the maze expands, more and more corruptors become active outside the ring, and they will inevitably cross the boundary. West District can't withstand another catastrophe like that. The city-state is already taking action. The Ninth Agency has made its sacrifices. The FAC will take over the intelligence they've retrieved and enter the maze to eliminate the enemies and contain the contamination. Paradisos has also deployed a special force to find Chief. Regardless of Rustfire's original intentions, 9 years later, both itself and its leader have become actual threats to West District. Please, help us do the right thing.
Listening, Donald nods and then shrugs.
Well, I don't feel guilty or anything. Tell you the truth, I'm a traitor of Rustfire. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone must act in their own best interest. Ever since I came on board, the executive committee has been relying on me whenever they need to tackle the Drifter Camp. The maze and mechanisms are a piece of cake. I'm happy to serve you. But there's one thing I don't understand. The Ninth Agency is chasing the Underground, the FAC is guarding the Black Ring, and even Paradisos is out looking for the Shackles. It's looking like a big showdown against the evil.
Exactly, it's like every single, this body just...
Then what is our dear executive committee doing? The census, governance, and resettlement? It's all laborious work that doesn't matter.
He's staring at the Stronghold's representative in front of him while surveying every person present in the room, capturing the subtle changes in their expressions.
I trust Paradiso's decision. This arrangement must have a deeper meaning behind it. Do you know anything about it?
I'm not sure I'm following. We don't know what's going on within the executive committee. The FAC's only goal is to subdue the Black Ring and protect the city-state. As for Paradisos' decision, shouldn't you know better than we do? Rumor has it that you were only able to transfer to the executive committee last year because an influential figure in Paradisos vouched for you. Hush X, right?
Oh. Shalom being mentioned, guys. Finally. Donald's face dims, but only for a split second. Abruptly, he throws his head back and bursts into hysterical laughter.
Hush, shush, XYZ. Some Baradacian bigwig is watching over me? That sure sounds reassuring. In that case, I'm ready to go. Since you all should be risking your lives to protect me.
He straightens his collar and struts out of the war room, whistling a tune loudly. Samuel listened attentively. This is a code.
Path confirmed. Hecate, follow me.
Oh, path. Path to nowhere? No, never mind. Lame. The old man leads Hecate into a blind spot, avoiding the patrol with Donald's information. They reach a hidden area at the corner of the blockade wall. He pushes aside the cover to reveal a crack and enters first. Hecate doesn't follow immediately.
I'm here to find Chief. Why would participating in the FAC's operation against the Underground help? Where is Chief?
Wherever your chief is, he's been heavily corrupted and is now unconscious. If you want to save him, you need to drain the mania out of him. Only the Underground owns this kind of mania-controlling technology, and its owner is in this maze. Donald will lure the FAC in holding back the enemies, and our ally will help steal what we need. Our job is to go to the rendezvous point to pick up the item and leave without alerting anyone or starting any fight. If successful, you can save your chief. This is the only way.
He takes out several anti-mania injections and hands them to Hecate.
Take these. The maze is severely contaminated. If you want to save your chief, first protect yourself.
All right. Once in the blockade circle, regular communication will be severely disrupted. Please stay close to us, Mr. Donald.
No worries, sir.
Ooh.
Do what y'all are best at. I'll make sure I stay firmly behind you.
Nice, he changed clothes already. He squats in a corner on of the maze and fires a few shots into the sky. He specifically changed his clothes before coming, saying he was itching for a good fight in a handsome outfit.
Charge, brave soldiers! I'll show you the way! Advance!
He actually looks really cool in this outfit. God damn. Turns out it was still nothing but a bluff. Oh, he tried to flank me from there. Let's see. Maybe just use Donald here. Where's my MVP EMP? How dare you forget the EMP? Let's go. You know what? I think
have to go.
EMP have to be in the middle because it can reach the all three lane. This one already have Hecate, so Matilda here and Nox here. Cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Cool. Let's go. Oh, this doggo again. You know what? I'm just gonna use Nox right now. Still not. I keep forget to change the crime brand. Oh my god. Oh. I'm gonna restart that. I didn't notice that someone stole my sound. Okay. Change the crime brand. Keep forgetting. Nox, please. There you go. Why you don't have a crime brand, Nox? You tell me why you don't have a crime brand. Who else? Donald. Yeah. Why everybody doesn't have a crime brand? Are we playing with a handicap here? I don't want to play with a handicap. Hey Kate, where's your crime brand? Ariel? I think Ariel, this one is fine. Actually, I don't really care. just put Ariel with extra. This one, turning 0. Oh no, cancel. Just equip this. And then Matilda and EMP. Ooh, Raven. I'm just gonna go all energy build because that's probably the most standard thingy when this thing's not difficult. Okay, cool. Already. This time, just summon Nightmare quickly.
Too close.
Boop. I'm gonna save it until these skateboard people come out. And there you go. Boom.
Is your own destination.
Ooh, they're pretty. Okay, just do it now. Actually, what's the indication that Donald is entering the overload state? What the hell?
Pressing fire.
Ah, did I just miss? Okay, I'm not sure which grid that this guy is in. Is it here? Okay, cool. What the hell is that? Okay, I need to kill this thing as soon as possible.
You forced me to do this.
Oh my god, there's so many. There is 3 of them. That is not good. Oh, that is. God, which one did I have to use first? Okay, this is getting overwhelming. Are they on the same grid? I wonder. Because if that's so, thank you. Let's go. Knock is full. Okay, I don't want to do this. Boom. And then EMP.
You forced me to do this.
Okay, you know what? Move a little bit further. Maybe Donald. Ariel just in case.